Hail to the lovers of occult. Theiam. Everything is about the world after death. Every single god you worship in this world and offer your life energy to are the owners of worlds in the fourth dimension who will send your soul after death. You have 80 years to choose your next home. My most important goal for being here now is to help you choose the right God. Maybe you have suffered for years, but at least you have a great place. All people are well aware of immigration. To Turkey, Canada, Germany, Australia, America. Those who are familiar with the pain know that if you choose the wrong country, you will have to suffer again after a few years. But this is nothing compared to the move from the third dimension to the fourth dimension. If you were born into Abrahamic religions and had even the smallest belief in Abrahamic God or love and devotion to it, after death, you will go to the next world, to Abrahamic God's fourth dimension, either to heaven or hell. I am a human. You listening to this are also a human. The Abrahamic God not only enslaved humans in this world, but also tortures them in the next world. An endless dictatorship, the greatest trick played on humans, was the promise of going to another prison to spend their sentence in peace. Have you heard the story of Faust, who sold his soul to the devil? He escaped from Allah's hell, but he went from one pit to another. The occult sciences expand human perception of the metaphysical, and you realize that the choice is not between the Abrahamic God and Satan. There are millions of entities and deities out there, beings that help us both in this world and make the next world after death incredibly attractive and lovable. Now, where do people who have no faith go after death? Purgatory. I'm sure you've traveled there in your dreams many times. It's absolute chaos, free of time, with endless loops, where you wish for death, but there is no death. The human body is a key that turns its soul to the third dimension. But when you die, you will be trapped in purgatory for eternity. The only way to save them is for a fourth dimensional being to invite them to the next world with a coin. We'll get to alchemy, magical coins, and Thoth at the end of this episode. But for now, I want you to see what happens after death. Yes, at first there is purgatory. Then there is a portal called Styx, and wizards call it the first river. A river with a guardian named Karen, the only supernatural ferryman who passes souls through the portals. He takes one coin from each soul. You understand by now that every soul needs 2 coins. One to escape purgatory, and one to cross the Styx. Slowly, you realize why they place 2 coins on the eyes of the dead after death. After the river, we enter the fourth dimension. All the worlds of the fifth dimensional gods await us. Some of these worlds are darker than an absolute hell for humans, while some are more beautiful than heaven. Remember, only those souls need these 2 coins who did not form a pact with a 5th-dimensional god during their lifetime and did not believe in anything. Yes, atheists will quickly regret their decision after a few hours in purgatory. They wish for death, but death doesn't exist. I wish I could bury these 2 coins for all of humanity's corpses. Even if they, like the followers of Abrahamic religions, had made a mistake and worshipped the wrong god, they would have had this second chance for a better world. Our loved ones, who at this moment are being tortured in Abrahamic God's hell. Our mother, who knew nothing, our brother, our sister, our father, the love of our life, who was born into Abrahamic religions, brainwashed, and tasted nothing of the sweetness of this life. And after death, the slavery continues. Bury 2 coins for anyone you love and want to give them a ticket, so they can free themselves from this eternal misery. Don't let them be left empty-handed. A child who doesn't do this for their parents has no real love for them. Practical magic. Saving our own species. Humans. This magic that has remained for humans from Thoth the Great. Thoth is known as the god of magic, the god of wisdom, and the lord of the moon. He was worshipped in Egypt for hundreds of years. Of course, Thoth is a 4th-dimensional entity, not a 5th-dimensional deity. Born in the island of Atlantis, he was one of the descendants of the Children of Light, who left behind 13 Emerald Tablets and revealed all the secrets of the 3rd dimension to humans. 1 tablet has not been found. 2 tablets are not available to the public because of the depth of the secrets that humanity is not yet ready to accept. And 10 tablets have been translated, which teach the secrets of alchemy and occult to humans. 10 amazing tablets will gradually be decoded throughout history, and the main principle it will leave for wizards is the making of magical coins and magical rings. Egyptian priests and the pharaohs used these rings for governance, and the coins were available to all people for the passage of soul to the next world. Later on, Thoth aided humanity in building the pyramids, and his 13 tablets were hidden within those pyramids. The tradition of magical coins reached ancient Greece, and even centuries later, every human was buried with 2 coins, a sacred rite bestowed to ensure their journey to the next world. Thoth also taught the Egyptians the ritual of mummification. But having access to these 2 magical coins is the basic right of every human. This is so that they can choose the world to which they would migrate after death. Imagine you are to leave your homeland and journey to America, and you don't even have money. Even putting the hardships aside, it will be impossible. Thus, it is the sacred duty of every individual to gift their loved ones these 2 coins at the time of their passing. Thoth offers humanity 7 realms after death. As one advances through these realms, each one surpasses the former in magnificence. Even the first world, named Antanas, the world of magic, is infinitely more beautiful than the paradise promised by the Abrahamic God. One of the unique aspects of this realm is its connection to the 3rd dimension. The spirits who can intervene in our fate are inhabitants of Antanas in the 4th dimension. These are dead wizards. The second world is Quertas, the world of power and freedom. The third world, Chaital, is known as the world of all, while the fourth, Koyana, hosts the river of light, the second great river that humans must cross. The fifth world, Hiertal, the world of time and space. Beyond lies the sixth world, Semveta, or otherwise known as the superior world. Perhaps the only perfect thing in the fourth dimension is Semveta. And finally the seventh, Ardal, the gateway to the fifth dimension. Speaking of these worlds, and the fourth dimension is never sufficient. I would rather lead my students on a spiritual journey through these worlds, opening their third eye so you may experience them firsthand, live there for a few hours, and behold the splendor of what awaits. Lovers of the beyond, await the seventh gate. I shall lead you to Antanas. Never before in history has an occult guru had such a platform, and never has technology allowed such a simultaneous group endeavor. I am overjoyed that we are in the age of Aquarius, pioneers of using the technology of the soul. We shall have a group journey to Antanas. You've only heard tales of paradise till now. Now we shall walk for 6 or 7 hours in a place far more beautiful than heaven itself. There are millions of worlds within the fourth dimension, and only 7 have been revealed to humankind by Thoth. To know that you are not destined for Abrahamic God's heaven or hell after death is a load off the soul over time. Islamic Iranian alchemy transformed into today's chemistry, and it removed the soul from its processes. Yet the true alchemy is a potion that forges the memories and emotions of the alchemist on the metals. Solvent fixation, digestion, distillation, fermentation, sublimation, and multiplication in the auspicious zodiac would produce vegetable, mineral, and animal quintessence. The sigil of the guru should be carved on the metal while it's still hot. 6 hours of forging equal to a bronze, silver, or gold coin. These magical sigils have been the faithful companions of occultists throughout history, integral to every blood ritual, in every wizard's toolkit. Each coin is made of 2 components, alchemical metals and the permission of the guru, which is engraved with a sigil. This is why the face of a human was inscribed on common coins, and you would go to the afterlife by his mediation, to a world he deemed good, your ruler in this world and the next world. For instance, the coin bore the face of a Catholic king. The dead would enter paradise or hell under the Abrahamic God. After death in the 4th dimension, we are utterly alone. We don't know what to do. We cannot comprehend reality through our senses. No wealth, fame, or achievement from the 3rd dimension will assist us there. Our only guide is the magical objects, the tools of the soul that is there with us. Our loved ones have gone ahead, and we help them and give them a ticket to escape the centuries of confusion in Purgatory. Another marvelous object that Thoth taught to humanity in alchemy is the Philosopher's Stone. Throughout history, only a handful of sorcerers have truly managed to create it. Names like John Dee, Edward Kelly, Nicholas Flamel, and Aleister Crowley. Let me ask you, is eternal life truly a blessing? Absolutely not. Yet, the Philosopher's Stone grants not only eternal life, but also boundless wealth. Which is why every lover of the occult has sought to create it throughout history. Including me, I have spent countless years researching this. And though you may not believe it, even Isaac Newton dedicated 30 years of his life to translating Thoth's Emerald Tablets, seeking the Philosopher's Stone. Yet he failed to create it on his own. The only ingredient for creating it is urea. Yes, human urine is one of the most potent fluids used in the occult. The human body is a machine with one input and multiple outputs, each with metaphysical properties that science has yet to fully understand. Knowing what to eat in order to get this mechanism to make a Philosopher's Stone for us is not short of a miracle. That which is above is also below. A universe is within us, and we are the God of this universe. After 8 years of perpetual destiny and repeated purification with salt, urine creates a black stone. In the next step, kilos of black stone transform into a few grams of white stone. And finally, purification turns kilograms of white stone into a few cobbles of red Philosopher's Stone. wish is that one of my students in this era will solve the mystery of the Philosopher's Stone, enabling them to transform any metal into gold and extract the elixir of life from the stone, rendering humanity an immortal species. I cannot bear to leave empty-handed. I want to offer a gift, a keepsake, to someone who truly needs it the most. I will bestow one of my sacred coins upon a deserving individual. It is understandable. We all have loved ones whom we wish could be given another chance. My supplies are limited, and I will select the worthiest person from the comments, the one who explains why they need this coin. We will place this holy object in their hands. Best of luck.